Welcome to Podcasting for Financial Professionals. I'm your host, Virginia Elder, podcast manager and founder of Podcast Abundance. If you're a financial professional ready to increase your authority, get more visible, and generate leads for your business by hosting your own podcast, you're in the right place. This show gives you real stories, expert advice, and connections that make podcasting for business simple, strategic, and sustainable. Let's talk about the thing that can make or break your confidence when recording: your script. Now, I know some people out there will tell you, just hit record and speak from your heart. But unless you're a Toastmasters champ or a born stage performer, that's the fast track to rambling or freezing up. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to script your episodes so they sound like you, flow smoothly, and help you feel more polished on camera or behind the mic. I'll also share some tricks for sounding natural while recording. And yes, even financial professionals who've been presenting for years tell me scripting changed everything for them. Ready? Let's go. Here's why scripting matters for podcasting. Creating a script or working from a script isn't about artificially prompting yourself because you don't know what to say. You have a ton of niche knowledge that can change people's lives. I don't want the nerves that are created and the subsequent scramble brain that's caused by that blinking red record light to mean that you stay small, that you don't publish content, or what you do record is difficult, nerve-wracking, and frustrating for you. Scripting provides clarity to you and well thought out structure for your episodes. Scripting takes you from stopping, umming, and making a ton of mistakes to getting through an entire thought without blanking halfway and having to start over. And listen, I'm recording from a script right now. It helps me stay on track, make my point, and deliver real value without wasting your time. At Podcast Abundance, we work with experienced professionals, people like you who are absolutely experts in their field, but they don't always know how to structure a podcast episode or keep the momentum going during a recording. In fact, some folks are just plain awkward. Let's be honest, none of us really crave the spotlight that much, and 99% of financial professionals who look toward podcasting do so just because it's one of the best ways to establish trust with potential clients. So if you consider yourself awkward, nervous on camera, kind of weird, nerdy, geeky, or anything else, congratulations. You probably chose the right profession and are thriving in your financial work. So when it comes to online marketing using a podcast, whether we're talking audio or video, embrace that weird and let scripting be your secret weapon. First, we're going to start with a simple outline, one episode topic, and no more than 3 strong bullet points to support it. That's your content framework. Anything more and you risk overwhelming your listener. If your outline has 10 ideas, don't try to cram them all into one episode. Break it up, create some future episodes. Podcasting for your business is about your potential clients hearing a consistent message from you and being able to digest it easily with each episode. You want your audience to get value and stay tuned in, not zone out. So now that you've got your outline, it's time to build it out. Here are a few things to consider. 1, how would you naturally introduce this to a friend? Do you have a quick story that illustrates why this topic matters? And how do you want your audience to feel as they're learning this topic? Use these questions to map out the intro, the body, and the close of your episode. Keep it simple and conversational. I love writing my ideas out on a trusty old school yellow pad, but you can use a Google Doc. And in fact, I've created a resource to make this part easy for you. It's called a script starter kit, and you can grab it using the link in the show notes. Inside, I walk you through how to outline and script episodes that feel effortless and strategic, and you'll use that script starter kit every time you prepare to record. Now, how about using AI? Let's be real. I use ChatGPT all the time to help me script episodes. It's fast, efficient, and it helps me get out of my own head to deliver what I want to say. But the key is knowing how to prompt it so it sounds like you and not like a corporate manual. Here's what to do. You want to start with a clear prompt and lots of description. You want to tell it, write a solo podcast episode that's 15 minutes long where I'm speaking to, and then insert your ideal target audience about this topic. Make it feel friendly, conversational. Make it feel like I'm talking to one person. Use everyday language. And what I want you to do as you're typing that prompt is fill it in with ideas that back up your bullet points. Write sentences that you would say to a friend and support that prompt to ChatGPT with a little mini story and with as much information as you can provide it so that it creates a script that sounds like you. From there, you're going to need to read it out loud, practice it out loud, and make sure that as you're speaking those words on the page, that it actually sounds like something you'd really say. You want to make sure that the script is written like you talk. Then, as you're practicing, you want to use inflection and personality in your voice and animate your face while you're delivering. So let's break that down. 1, write like you talk. If you wouldn't say something like, as previously mentioned, don't put it in your script. You're not giving a TED Talk or reading a research paper. You're having a conversation with a listener. So skip past big words and complicated phrasing and trying to sound like you know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. That's why we're listening. Use sentence fragments, end sentences with prepositions. Do things that are the way you speak. Then, step 2 is to read it like you mean it. Use your personality. Deliver as if you were speaking to your client, your friend, your kids. Those people listen to your podcast too, and real people are going to listen to your show. Use short paragraphs. Separate out your script so that as you're reading it, you have some gaps in between sentences so you can smile, take a breath, pause. And as you're practicing this out loud before you record, pause and make some of those changes in your script so that once you're ready to go, it's perfect, it's spaced out, things are written the way you would actually say them, and you would be able to deliver a great episode that actually sounds like what you would say in real life. A little bit more tips here as you deliver from a script. Your energy matters more than your words. You want to make sure you're smiling, you can nod, you can use your hands. It might feel weird at first because you are still speaking to a camera, but with practice, it's going to feel and look more natural than if you're just sitting there cold and stiff reading written word. You want to make sure that when you are reading your script that it looks and sounds as natural as you want it to. You can do several test recordings, whatever you need to do to kind of work through being able to script an episode and then read it naturally. All right, so this isn't just about sounding good. This is how you increase your authority, get more visible, and generate leads for your business. When your content is easy to understand and you seem confident and people are interested in consuming it, your audience is going to start to see you as the guide that they've been looking for. If you're in a service-based business, especially a high-trust field like financial planning, medicine, or law, your listeners need to feel like they can trust you before they ever book a call. Your voice and your face, if you're doing video, is part of that trust-building process. Scripting helps you remove the noise and show up crystal clear. So, if you're ready to make scripting your superpower, go grab the script starter kit. I'm not playing around. I made it with intention. I want you to be able to establish connection with potential listeners using topics that matter to them, and then to be able to write scripts that sound like you with your thoughts organized concisely and consistently so that you are confident when you hit record. Make sure you grab your own free script starter kit in the show description using the link below. Thanks for spending time with me today. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a colleague or a friend who's thinking about launching a show, or maybe they've wanted to get online and do some more online marketing, but they're struggling to record. They get nervous when the second that phone is in front of their face. And hey, if you're ready for expert help with podcast production services, or you want to talk about what it might look like to host your own podcast that actually grows your business, reach out. I'd love to support you. Until next time, keep showing up, keep sharing, and keep growing your business with podcasting.